Alright, so hello everyone and welcome to Tech with Luther. Today we will learn about setting up a professional grade development environment for your Python projects. So in this video, I will share with you my go-to tools whenever I need to develop something like an application or maybe perform any data analysis. So all of these tools are open source Okay, so we will start first with the Python installation, followed by the Visual Studio Code, and then the third one is PostgreSQL, and lastly, we will install Git. So those are the applications that we will go through in this video. So our installation will focus on the Windows operating system, but nevertheless, all these tools can also be installed on your Mac OS or if you have any Linux distribution. All right, so before we start the installation, I wanted to point out a common theme that you will notice. So upon installation, you will likely be asked if you wanted to add the application executable file path to the path environment variable, and we will talk about that. So what is path environment variable? So the path is a list of paths pointing to the executable files. So if you wanted to see your path environment variable, so let's go with that. You can search environment on your Windows search bar right here, and you will see there at the bottom of the dialog box, you will see there the environment variables button. You can just click on that, and then you will be able to see the path variable right here. So there you go. So again, this is a list of paths to the executable files. So your operating system uses this list to search for the location of the executable file whenever you want to open an application on your terminal. So I'm going to give you an example. Let's say you wanted to type a command on your terminal, and let's say that command is actually Python, right? So the operating system will scan first the directories that you are currently in, but I would say most likely the Python executable file is not located there. So the next move of your operating system is to look at the path environment variable. It will look at that list from top to bottom, one by one, till it finds the location of the executable file related to your command. So as soon as it finds the correct executable file in one of those directories, it will run that version of the application. And basically, that's the job of the path environment variable. So that's, again, that's the purpose of your path environment variable. And then we will encounter that throughout our installation. So just take note of that. All right, so let's begin with installing our Python, right? So I think you know what exactly what is Python is. So Python is a general purpose high level programming language used to develop applications. I would say it is currently heavily used for data science projects or even data engineering. So you can install Python in many ways, but one of the simplest approaches is to download the Python executable file from its official website. So let's go ahead and download that. So I'm gonna open up my browser, and let me just copy paste the link over here. So on this page, you will see the download Python 3.13.7 button, and you just need to click on that. So it starts now it started the download. All right, so let's install Python. All right, as you can see here, as mentioned earlier, so the dialog box is asking us if you wanted to add the Python executable file to our path environment variable right here. So I personally do not recommend this because if you have multiple version of Python installed and you've added all of them to the path environment variable, so let's say you have installed Python versions, let's say you installed Python 3.11 and then 3.10 and then 3.9. So since you installed the last Python version, which is a 3.9, it will be located or it will be placed at the top of the list at the top of your path environment variable. So therefore, your computer will choose that version again because your operating system will read from top to bottom. So it will pull that version of 3.9 even though you have a newer version of Python. All right, so let us just go with the default setting for now, and let's not add the Python executable Python executable file to the path environment variable. So I will just click on the install now here, and it will take us a couple of maybe a couple of seconds. Okay, and we're back. So we have successfully installed Python on our machine. And in order for us to verify whether we have Python, we can just simply go to the terminal and type down py. So the py command actually calls the Python launcher. What it will do is that if you have multiple versions of Python installed on your machine, it will pick up the latest version of your Python. So let me just click on type down exit here. Now, if you type down Python right here, it will not run any Python instance, but instead it will show you the Microsoft store, because basically your operating system cannot see any Python executable file on your path environment variable. All right, I think that's all for Python. I think we can now move on to the Visual Studio Code, or VS Code. So Visual Studio Code is an integrated development environment, or an IDE. So an IDE is a software application that has most of the tools that you need to program or develop something. It typically includes the code editor for writing and also organizing your code. It has also a compiler, it has interpreter for running the code, a debugger to help identify and fix errors, and there's so many features in there. So let's go ahead and install the Visual Studio Code. So let's visit the official website. And as you can see here, there's a button saying like download for Windows. So let's click on that. And there you go. All right. So after this, we can now start the installation process. Let me show you the dialog box right here. So let's just accept the agreement. All right. I would say let's just go with the default settings for now. And as you can see here, again, there's an add to path, and hopefully that helps you understand what do we mean by this option. All right, let's just click next here and click on install. Similar to Python, let's just wait for a couple of seconds, and we'll get back to this. All right, so we're back, and as you can see here, we have already installed the Visual Studio Code, and let's click on the finish. So this one will launch the Visual Studio Code. So this is the look and feel of it. You can see there that there's a terminal. And if you wanted to do some programming, do some coding or data science projects, you will see your codes at this pane. And we will not discuss more of, this will not be the focus of our video for today. All right. So after installing the Visual Studio Code, let's go with installing the PostgreSQL. So the PostgreSQL is a relational database management system, or RDBMS, that has been widely adopted due to its advanced features, stability, and flexibility. So you can make use of the PostgreSQL as a vector database. You can make use of it as a data warehouse too. So it's very, very versatile database system. So we will use this in the coming projects that I will show you to store a large amount of data. And I think we can just go ahead and download and install the PostgreSQL. So similar to Python and also Visual Studio Code, you can just go to your browser and just download it from the official website. So as you can see here, there's different versions. So let me pick the latest one. So we are now downloading the file. All right, so let me just open up the executable file. All right, so we have here the okay, so we have here the installation dialog box as well. So let's click on the next. Similar to what we have done earlier, we will just go with the default settings. So let's just click on the next here. All right. Okay, so we are now installing the PostgreSQL, and again, it will take you a couple of minutes. All right, so and we're back. So we have already installed the PostgreSQL, and let's just click on, let me just unclick here and click on the finish button there. Now, if you wanted to open up the PostgreSQL database, you just need to type down pgadmin, and this is the graphical user interface of the PostgreSQL. Let me just drag the pgadmin towards here. It's still opening on my end. There you go. And also you have a command line interface for your PostgreSQL. You can open up the SQL shell here. You just need to type down PSQL on your Windows search bar. All right, so with that, I think we can move on to our last stop, which is Git. So what is Git? So Git is a version control system that helps us track changes in our code, and this is also very helpful for collaboration with other developers, other colleagues that we have to merge the codes. You know, most of the system that you can, I would say that you are using right now, probably have used Git to develop it. All right, so we can go straight and download the executable file. So again, similar to our application that we have installed here, you just need to go to the official website. Right, so let's go here. All right, so as you can tell here, there's a button saying download for Windows. So let's click on that, and then click on this link right here, and it will gonna start the installation, the download. All right, so we need to install it now. And let me just drag the dialog box here. So click on the next button here. Again, similar to our application, let's just go to the default settings. So let's just click on next here. And next, there's a bunch of options. It's up to you if you want to change something, but I will just go with the default settings. All right. Okay, it will take you a couple of seconds, and just hang in there, and we'll get back to this Git installation. All right, and we're back again. So so we have already completed the Git. I will just unclick that and finish it. Okay, so if you want to make sure that you have already installed Git on your computer, you can just open up your terminal and just type down Git. And if this line of text, if you can see this line of text, more or less you have Git installed in your computer. All right, so looks like we have everything covered. We've installed the following. So we've installed Python, the Visual Studio Code, the PostgreSQL, and also Git. So we are ready to develop an application, or we can also perform any data analysis at this point. So with that, I hope you've learned something new. And if you like this video, please hit the subscribe button and turn on the notification. And if there's a topic you'd love to see covered, please drop a comment down below, and let's build this learning community together.